Hey guys, welcome back to DayZ. Now you may notice I've got quite a lot of stuff that you don't remember me having. At the end of the last part, I've been playing a lot off camera. I've also been recording a lot, but I've been having some massive audio problems in the stuff that I've recorded, so I had to delete all of that, unfortunately. Basically the commentary was so quiet that you couldn't actually hear it over the gameplay. But what I'm going to do is do a quick catch-up sort of summary what's been going on. Okay, so at the end of the last part we were over here in Cherno, this area, I think around here maybe somewhere, and that's where we've been looting. And so I've basically run all the way along this coast up to Prigorki. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. That's where I found the CZ sniper that I've got. The ghillie suit I found in these apartments over here back in Cherno. And basically, yeah, I've run down to near Elektro now. So here I am. You can see I'm just sort of northwest of Elektro. So yeah, we're gonna take it from there now. I'm gonna do a quick inventory check. CZ, decent amount of ammo. We've got some cooked meat. We've also still got the M4A1. We've got about 3 mags for that. Managed to get a silenced mag. We've also got some camo clothing, which isn't the ghillie suit. The camo clothing is like camo paint trousers, that sort of thing. Brown shirt and no hat. So you look kind of like the default guy, but with slightly different clothes on. Obviously I've got the ghillie suit as well, which is really nice. Adds a nice bit of stealth to the game. So yeah, we're outside of Elektro here. I'm just sort of looking around for any zombies in the distance, because zombies spawning far away from me aren't due to, they're not due to my guy, they're due to other players, because I think it's 200 meters or something zombies spawn away from a player. So obviously if there are zombies further away than that, then it can't be me who's spawning them. It must mean there's another player around somewhere. So just sort of scanning out all the stuff I can actually see of Elektro here. I think I could see, yeah, there we go. So where's that? That's 600 meters. So 0 using the page up to 700, and then we'll just have to aim low. So yeah, actually what we're going to do, I'm going to bring that back down again to about 400, and we're going to move out into this tree line and move down a little bit more. See those zombies there, because I'm quite close to that building, they're probably spawning because of me. Now it's possible that there's someone else around here that they're spawning because of, but I'm quite close to that building, so I would assume they're spawning because I'm here. Just checking all these roofs and stuff for players. Can't see anyone. The zombie count would sort of show that there are people in highly built up areas, because obviously if there's low players on a server and high zombies, then the players are running around in towns where loads of zombies spawn. Whereas if you join a server where there are hardly any zombies but there are quite a lot of players on, you know that the towns are going to be relatively safe, because there aren't many players in the towns, although there may be snipers outside of the town, which aren't spawning anything. There's a boar there. Hello, Mr. Boar. Got loads of cooked meat though, so not going to worry about that. Yeah, and also I've got full blood. Right, we're just gonna lean out here. See if we can spot anyone. I did see movement down there somewhere. Sure, I saw something move over there. Okay, so check the church. Seems clear. Don't seem to be many zombies, which tends to mean there aren't too many players around. But still, I don't want to go charging in and get sniped, so we're going to be a bit careful. See how I'm using trees and stuff as cover, and then what you do is you can use bushes as well, but they're not quite as good because they don't render so good. One of the problems with this game is well, one among many, is that grass, the texture for grass, this 3D grass texture, only comes up maybe 50 meters away from the player. So if you go prone and you're in a load of grass and you think, oh yeah, great, I'm camo, no one can see me because I'm in the grass, anyone probably from about 100 meters away can like I don't think so. Yeah, okay. That was my dad going to Tesco's, obviously. Right. What was I saying? Right, yeah, okay. I remember now. Yeah, and so anyone about 100 plus meters away, they won't get the grass texture. See, if I look in that field over there, I can't see any grass in the distance, which means that you can just spot players, because the player loads, because it's a very important texture, but the grass doesn't, so you just see players lying on a completely flat textured floor. So always find cover like a bush or something like that, because those do load. Tree trunks are quite good as well, because they can take a few bullets, so if there's big trees and stuff like that, then they tend to be quite a good thing to use as cover. So yeah, I'm just sort of going bush to bush here. It's actually normally quite a good idea to go first person in these bushes, because then look, if I go third person I can't see anything, but if I go first person I can see out through the leaves, so it gets a good sort of means basically you can stay hidden while still being able to see out of it. Now I'm scanning this hill for snipers because I know that is a popular place, but I don't think there is any. I don't think there's actually anyone in Elektro. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to scan this hill quickly, make sure there are no snipers or anything. Yeah, I think we're clear. So what we're going to do is go G. We're going to get out the M4. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if the little reticule thing, the little dot, isn't coming up in the middle of the screen, but the lines are, then that means that your gun is what would you call that? Look, see here where my gun's down, and when you click again, you bring your gun up, so it's ready to shoot. And sometimes going down ladders and stuff like that can make that happen. You can do it anyway by double clicking. You double click left control, and it lowers your weapon like that. So what you do to fire again, you just left click, that brings up your weapon, and then you can continue firing like that. So that's pro tip of the day, because I know sometimes people like get off ladders and stuff and they see something and they want to shoot them, and they go up to shoot them and they have to bring up their weapon first, and then that delay means possibly the other person can get some shots off on them first, and might mean that they die. So that's a pro tip for you. Also, if you're stuck in walk mode, there are a couple of things to do. Either double tap W to start sprinting, or double tap shift and see if that means you stop walking, or right click, because sometimes when you right click and you ADS, your movement slows down, but sometimes because the game's quite buggy, it forgets to bring the actual bring the reticule up, but it still like slows your movement. So yeah, that's another thing as well that people get problems with. Of course, sometimes it's just a case of having to disconnect and reconnect, because there are times when neither of those things will solve it. So we've got a red desync here, unfortunately. That means your ping is over, I think, 300. So that's quite bad. I think what we're going to do actually here, because we're going into Electro and there's going to be lots of zombies, we're going to load up some silenced ammo. Now, it won't make a huge difference because the gun itself isn't suppressed, but I think firing silenced ammo out of a non-suppressed gun reduces the noise by, I think, 1 bar. But don't say, oh yeah, it does this, does that, because I don't know for definite, so don't quote me on that. But that's just what I would think, rather, that it would do. Now we're going to have to be careful here. Oh my god. That zombie, you sir, need to go to Specsavers. Oh my god, my heart is it's going a little bit fast. Jesus Christ, how did he not see me? I thought I was going to have to go weapons hot then. That would not have been a good idea. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, deep breath. Whew. That was close. I can't believe how unbelievably close that was, and he didn't see me. Right, okay, so it looks like this fire station is largely untouched, because only one of the doors is open, and it's only one of the half doors is open, so I don't think I have a toolbox. I think you need a toolbox to take down those wire things, but I'm not sure. Right, so you've got a military flashlight. I'll take that just in case. Drop the other flashlight. The military flashlight, by the way, shines red light, which is slightly harder to see. Okay, so we've got the Cobra. I'm pretty sure the CCO is better than the Cobra. So gonna stick with that. I've also got more ammo for the CCO at the moment. Hopefully we might find a bit more. Possibly. And an AKM. Now, I don't know whether... I think an AKM is better than the CCO, but I don't have any ammo for it. I have more ammo for the CCO, so if for now, I'm just going to stick with this. It'd be really nice if I could get a M9 silenced, M9 suppressed, because they are really nice, but they do take a lot of shots to kill. Unless you get headshots every time, it takes like 4 body shots or something like that each zombie to kill. 4 or 5, something around that mark. Whereas it takes 1 headshot. But obviously the headshot is quite a bit more difficult to get. Now we're just going to go prone here so we don't attract all the zombies in the world. Because you see with the ghillie suit our visibility goes down to like either nothing or 1. So I'm pretty sure actually, pretty confident we can just crawl right past half these zombies. Now I do kind of want to be quick. Quick in and out. Actually, you know what? Okay, lag, okay, there we go, back. I do kind of want to be quick, so as not to alert any players that I'm here. With all these zombies, so obviously all these zombies have spawned now, so it's possible that people know, if anyone knows that zombies only spawn when players are around, then they might come looking for me. Especially as all these zombies are very localised and not over a wide area, so that might be a bit of a problem. But yeah, what I'm just thinking right now is I have 2 decent guns, so at this stage I'm not going to worry about going to the offices and stuff like that, because normally the best guns that spawn in there's like Winchester, Lee Enfield, stuff like that. So I'm not going to go to the more generic loot spots. I'm just going to go to the 2 fire stations, and then right, where should we go from there? I don't know. I think 2 fire stations, and then actually leave in the comment where you want me to go next. Possibly not Cherno. I don't think I'll go back to Cherno again. And obviously, if people say stuff like Northwest Airfield, where do you want me to go on the way? Because I'm not just going to run straight up to Starry and then go straight to the Northwest Airfield in one episode. So I'm thinking PR0 / the Northeast Airfield, because there's some pretty good loot there, and it's not overly populated with players either. Not too many players go there, so I think that might be a pretty good idea. So yeah, I think if no one comments anything where to go, then yeah, I'll go sort of around the. I will go up through Staroy, not Starry Sobor, Staroy. It's like a small town, just sort of up that way somewhere. Then I'll go. Actually, I'll show you on the map where I'll go. I'll go Staroy, up to Dolina, up to this Olovets, and then up to Brizno, because that's my favourite route to get there from Elektro. And then from Brizno we can either go west to Starry, or we can go north to the Northeast Airfield. So I think that's a pretty good plan. I think if we do that, we'll go, each video will be going to like the next sort of town on that route. Now I'm a bit worried that I'm being sandwiched between 2 zombies here. My visibility is 0, but I'm pretty sure if you get too close, they will aggro anyway, and that will not be good, because then we would just have to, we'd either have to shoot them in the middle of the field, which would not be good, or we'd maybe have to run to the supermarket and try and kill them there. But again, the gunshots might attract bandits. It's possible that we'll actually be able to kill most people that come our way with this CCO, because that is a pretty nice gun, and the CZ for range isn't too bad either. 1 or 2 shot kill, probably 2 to be safe. So yeah, especially with headshots, it's probably, there's a tent down there. Always be wary of tents, even if they're in bushes. Still, watch out. Always make sure you've scouted the area completely before you go over to them, because a massive thing that snipers do is, sniper bandit type people, is they'll go to places like Elektro. They will whack a tent down right in the middle of the main street. It will either be empty, I mean a tent like that will probably be empty, there will be nothing in it, or they'll put loot in it which is good for some players but for them is completely useless, such as maybe Makarovs, you know, sort of light low tier weapons like that, double barrels, that sort of thing, you know. And then when people go to loot them, they will literally sit back 200, 300 meters, somewhere like that, on a hill, and just pick people off who go there. So always be careful. Also in tents in bushes around Starry and places like that, be very careful that players aren't actively using them, because it'll be a pretty nasty surprise if you're there looting their tent and suddenly they turn up to use it and just blast you to bits. Another thing, probably the last thing to do with tents really, is if you're going to loot a tent, go prone along next to the side of the tent. Whatever you do, never ever ever stand up looting a tent, because you will stick out like a sore thumb. So the best thing to do, I think, is if you go prone with the tent next to you, like long ways, and you go prone long ways and then try and loot it like that, then that's a really nice way of looting them, because it limits it limits two things. It limits the places that people can actually get a shot on you from, and it also makes you harder to see because you're against the profile of the tent. So from the side and stuff like that, they won't actually be able to see you. Although, of course, the sun, all of that is purely, whatever's the word, don't know, won't apply to all situations at all. So, you know, always be careful. Always take all of these hints with a pinch of salt, because depending on the situation, very different things can happen. Okay, so we've got a fire station here. Checking corners. What's this? M16 with a grenade launcher. Oh, do we want that? Do we want that? It depends really whether we want the sight or not. The grenade launcher would be handy, but ammo is hard to come by, and to be honest, we would probably never use it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop those mags for now, pick up those, open my backpack. What don't we need? I reckon eat and drink, because we need to do that, and pick these up again. There we go. So now at least if anyone does come, picks up that gun, there won't be any ammo in it for them, so they won't be able to turn around and shoot us in the back. Okay, so when looting these fire towers, be very careful with the directions that people will be able to see you from. It's a massive word of warning. So actually, I think I'm alright for food and drink. Anything use here? G17 mag, that's useless. No, okay, so I don't think actually we need any ammo from ammo bags, so I'm going to ignore those pretty much. Okay, so there we go. There's a quick route of the best loot spots in Elektro. Obviously there are other places. There's the supermarket, the offices, there's a hospital. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to dash off back up into the hills, and then I'll show you on the map where the good loot places are, just in case you didn't already know. I'm going to come down. I'm trying really hard not to aggro any zombies. Unfortunately, I'm very aware that I'm very visible and very loud right now. Okay, zombie dead ahead. See, this is what this ghillie suit does. It makes you almost invisible. I mean, look, we're almost at hatchet range of those zombies, and they can't even detect that we're here. Mind you, I don't like that one visibility that I've got. Might be dangerous. Okay. So, I think we're clear. That's all good. We'll get over the road quick, and we'll scupper off into the hills. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll show you a quick, on the map I'm going to do a quick little loot guide of Elektro, so stick with me while I do that. I've got a zombie behind me, so I can't get up yet. I reckon once I've got around this corner, should be alright to go crouch. That lane guy dies a lot. So there's a zombie there. I think I'm going to manage to get in behind him. Behind both of these ones along the line of this sheep. So there we go. Nearly there. I reckon once we got into this bush, that'll be alright. Or shall we get up to a hay bale? Hay bale will be better cover if we come under fire while I'm doing this. But still, if I'm going to be looking at my map, then honestly, if someone starts shooting at me and they can see me, I'm probably dead, so the risk I put myself under for you guys is immense. Hope you appreciate what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll literally just do that. We're kind of invisible-ish. Not really. Right, so map. Okay, so Elektro. So, power plant here. Fire station. Good military loot there. Good sort of all-round loot, so that's a very good place to go. So that's the fire station. There are a few little shed-type things around here as well, the power plant. Which can have engine parts, hatchets, helicopter main rotor assembly things, stuff like that. Sort of maybe food and drink, some of the basic equipment things like hunting knives, stuff like that. A few buildings around here are enterable, like the little house type ones. We got a supermarket here, decent low tier guns, backpacks, food, decent low-level equipment, maps, compasses, watches, stuff like that there. We've got a pub across here. Again, low-tier weapons. Quite a lot of pistols actually spawn in there. Backpacks, food, drink. We got these offices, which lots of ammo, guns, you know, that sort of generic loot. Nothing too high tier again, but still not too bad. Next, this building here, this is one of the orangey red brick buildings with a corridor that runs straight through the middle and 2 rooms off to the side. So they can be okay. Hospital here. That's the hospital. You got to smash the glass. I would recommend doing it with empty whiskey bottles, because then it does it silently. You can shoot it out, but obviously that might attract a lot of zombies. Church here. Decent sort of survival type gear, so food, water, bandages, basic ammo. Quite a lot of double barrel ammo spawns in there as well normally. Basic equipment again, hunting knives, torches, hatchets maybe, crowbars. This is the other fire station again, really good military loot, but watch out in the tower because you might get sniped. Don't think there's particularly anything off this way. There's a dock over here which has got like those sort of little sheds which have got car parts, that sort of thing in. Over here, nothing too special, a few more enterable houses, but no particularly good loot. Over here, we've got one of these sort of factory type buildings. We've got warehouses around here as well. They have like car tyres, scrap, junk loot, ammo sometimes, drink sometimes. Orange house there. And then I think there's a hospital here, but it's like a little small hospital where you can only get in the foyer area. And there's one of the factory things with about 3 or 4 levels and the catwalks and stuff inside there. So what I'd recommend for a good route is, if you're coming from any direction really, try and get around the top here. If you're coming from Cherno, try and come around here like I did and come down on the power plant like that. And obviously if you're coming from this sort of way, then try and come over this hill and down onto the power plant. Now what I would do is go fire station, down through the supermarket, to the pub across the road, then to the offices. I'd then go through this orange building here, out the back here to the hospital, then you can get through this little cut through here to the church. Then I would go fire station again, come down here, there's a railway station thing here, which has got again sort of like these houses, pretty low tier stuff, but there's quite a lot of loot spots in there. So come down there, follow this road up here, go to this orange brick house here on the end, maybe check the warehouses, come along the bay here, check the factory type buildings, check the hospital at the end. I think there's another orangey building there, and yeah, then there you go, you're free to go. This is one of these like farm warehouse type buildings. It looks a bit like a sort of shed with 2 doors at each end, and there's a fuel station there as well if you need fuel for some description. Right, okay, damn it, right, so on the map it's just come up saying there are people in front of us. Don't know whether that's a bug. Never seen that before. Right, yeah, so sorry about that. So that's sort of the loot through Elektro. The route through Elektro that I would take personally. Relatively low risk, but right, it says there's someone over this way. Is it saying zombies? Are there zombies? And it's saying it's man. I'm just going to try and get a slightly better viewpoint from these hay bales here. Can I see anything? No, I can't see anything. Maybe it might be the zombies then, but that's really strange. I've never seen that before. That little man thing that popped up there on the map. Yeah, that's really weird. Very odd. Right, okay guys, so this has been quite a long episode. About half an hour, I think, actually. So, I'm going to end it here. So, thanks for watching. This decent loot map for Electro. Decent loot route. Electro loot route, you know. Pretty good for starter gear. Especially because it's on the coast, quite a lot of spawns near here. So yeah, thank you for watching. If this guide helped you, share it with your friends who play the game. That would be great. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.